Hey, welcome back everyone to some more MBON Sloth Cakes here, and today I'm going to show you guys some matches of the Sandrock Gundam. This is a 2000 cost mobile suit from the Gundam Wing TV anime, and he's pretty nice. He's a mid to close range suit that has some good harass tools, and he has a main gun beam machine gun. Now there's a few things I want to get into. First thing is, please don't get turned off by the idea he has a machine gun as his main weapon. I don't want people to just immediately throw a suit away because of just one thing. I know machine guns may be weird at first and may be hard to understand, but that's because you're not used to them. And that's because you're treating them like they're beam rifles. They're not beam rifles, they're machine guns. You don't attack someone or engage someone like you would with a beam rifle. You do it like you would with a machine gun. And best thing to do is just look at some matches and just see it. Once you figure it out, once you look at things, you start piecing things together and you've been like, oh, that's how you play it. Because there's some very fun suits and very good suits, example the Blue Destiny Unit 1, which have a main gun machine gun and have fun game and like just have a fun play style that I feel like people would just ignore because of the main gun. Just give it a shot, you know? You'll never know until you give it a try. There's a difference between trying it and not liking it, and not trying it and not liking it. Because you're not losing anything. At best, you find a suit that you like playing. At worst, you get some matchup knowledge. But let's keep on talking about this guy. Sandrock, I do like his design. It has, I don't know, I feel like it's the most simplest wingsuits. It just has a nice, sleek design to it. I really like the shoulders, the skirt, and the heat throttles, I think they're called. Every time I try to pronounce it, I always end up trying to say heat strudels or something like that, so I just call them the hooks. His hooks. They're cool weapons, and I just like the aesthetic of someone having a non-beam saber in a beam saber world, like, you know, like the Heat Hawks and stuff. But this guy having actual giant swords instead of the instead of the beam saber is cool. But also, he just has like a very simple design, especially compared to the other wingsuits. Just if you compare them all, you know, you got the Death Sickle dude, you know, you got the walking Gatling gun with missiles with legs, you got the stretchy long boy. The wing has a very simple design. But, you know, it does get it eventually becomes the EW giant mechanical wing thing, which, you know, kind of throws that out the window. But his kit's not too bad. The only complicated thing about it is probably the Zero system, which is a very nice tool that's found in only other 3000 cost wingsuits, being the Wing TV, the Wing EW, and the MBON. And it's a once per life move. It has a short duration, it's a CSB for all the suits, and once it's activated, as long as you keep on moving, all tracking is cut, which is a very good move. This move is great. It can be used to engage, it can also be used to disengage. This move can easily save your life, and it can end the enemy's life. Once you figure out how to use it, it can really turn matches around. The most important thing is learning how to use it. I recommend just, once again, looking at matches, seeing how people are using it, but just look at a situation where been like, you know, having my tracking cut seems good right here. Just because, and I do gotta say this, when you're using the suit, you're gonna fail at it. You're gonna activate the Zero system, and you're gonna get immediately smacked out of it. You're gonna activate it, you're gonna go in, you're gonna do something stupid, and you're gonna die. That's fine. I would rather activate the Zero system and not get anything from it than not activate the Zero system. Just because the Zero system is there to be used, you can easily play the Sandrock without using it, but you're missing out on a lot without using it. Now that being said, you don't want to be willy-nilly, you don't want to do a situation where you could have easily done it without the Zero system, but it's nice that it's there. Because hell, if it works, you know? You gotta be a little smart, but you know, maybe don't be too smart, because sometimes you might think, oh, well, that worked. Which, you know, just happens a lot in fighting games. Now, just want to give you guys the rundown of his kit. You got the beam machine gun. It is a beam weapon, which is always weird because it's just a giant Uzi. It's not reloadable like other machine guns, but it being a beam weapon means its shots cannot be destroyed by other beam weapons or Jirobis, which is a benefit. It just makes it so your suppression fire becomes a lot more annoying. He's got the simple assist, you call two of them. One runs at the teammate. You can call two of them. One runs at the enemy, hits them and stuns them. The other one will appear in front of you and shoot 3 times. The second option, where it appears in front of you, it has a shooting guide. So you can use it to block things, you can use it to cover your landing, or to use it for some form of defense. Also, each shot has its own tracking to it. So from beginning to end, it's an assist that's just going to be shooting at the enemy, which is pretty cool. But besides that, it's the basic assist that a lot of suits have. The assist that does the shooting or the melee. The Barbados has it, the Tallgeese 2 has it. It's just that, sometimes they're a little different. This guy, his big thing is that it has 4 per clip, but it does have a little of a long reload, which it's understandable, and they kind of balance each other out. You can have both of them on screen, but they have to be doing A and B. You can't have A or B. Moving down, you got the heat strudels, whatever the hell they're called. Nice move, fairly simple. A nice thing about it that I've actually read about when I was like, oh, I didn't know that. This move can actually go through things like the Quibli's Hama Hama assist with blocking attacks. I never knew that, and that's actually pretty cool. I don't know about everything like the Re-GZs, the Re-GZs or the Victory when it calls in those 3 suits to block attacks. I don't know if it can go through those, but I'll probably just put it on screen if it can. So that's neat, and also the move causes a heavy stagger if it's hit. Like, you'll be surprised on how long the enemies are stunned when you hit someone with this. But he's also got the zero system, which we talked about. Then finally, his move he has is this BC. He runs at the enemy and starts squeezing them with his swords. Nothing too special. There is 2 things I want to talk about. One's an interesting route. If you're doing this move and you hit 8B or forward melee, you actually charge forward and kick the enemy. It's neat. I don't really see where this could be used. However, an interesting thing you can do in combos is you're going to see me do this a few times. I'm going to use the last hit of a combo, and it's going to just be 1 hit of the BC. You're going to see me run at someone, BC them, and we immediately fall down and they don't go into the grasp. That's intentional. When you do a combo like this, and I'll show it on screen, you hitting the enemy with the BC makes you and him immediately fall downwards and free fall. This means that you can proceed to do actions, and it allows you to move without costing boost. Because if you do a regular combo, at the end you're gonna have to boost to keep on moving, or you're just gonna be suspended in the air and just slowly fall. Doing this option means you can start to free fall, then you can start thinking of your next plan. It's just a small interesting thing that you may not catch on to, or that you may not realize it. You might be looking at the combos and thinking, oh, Sloth forgot that the Sloth messed up the combo, so the BC only got the first hit. But no, that's intentional. I only want the 1 hit of the BC. You can do combos that gets all the hits of the BC. You are static when you do that move, you're staying still, but it's still pretty nice. It does some good damage, so use it if it's safe. Or if you just really want to squeeze the enemy, because it's actually pretty funny. But other than that, like I said, basic kit has some very basic things to him, but it's fun. Very fun machine gun suit, and I really want to play more of them, being the Blue Destiny and the 8 guy. There's also some suits that have very weird machine guns, like the Geb with Tetra, which just shoots everywhere. Then there's things with the heavy arms, which has a really big machine gun and has a very long range, so it can constantly shoot. Well, it can just have a long it just can shoot a massive amount of shots, which I'm trying to say. Now with the machine guns, I do want to talk about a simple thing about them, which I really like about them. and that's the constant fire. Now, a big thing that machine guns have that beam rifles don't have is that when you're shooting a line of shots, the enemy has to dodge them only one way. If we put this in a 2D plane, if you shot a beam rifle shot, I could go left or right. If you shot another one, I could go left or right. If you shot 3 in a row, I can go left, right, left. You can't do that with machine guns. If someone's shooting a volley of machine gun shots at you, if you go left, if you then go right, you're gonna go right into the machine gun shots. So it makes it limited, it slightly limits the options the enemy can take. And I know I'm going in a 2D realm where, you know, in this they can go up and go a bunch of different ways. I just want to keep it simple. But that's a nice thing. Also, the constant fire makes it a very good tracking shot. Just how, while the first few shots might miss, the ending shots might actually hit, and those shots might be enough to get the stagger. You're not really knocking people down with the beam rifle, with your machine gun. You're relying on the machine gun to either get a stagger so you or your teammate can finish them off, or if they're already getting hit, the machine gun will finish the combo. It's a means to an end. That's what you have to look at this machine gun as. If you fire full rounds, which is like 10 shots into the enemy, it's not gonna knock them down. It will stagger them so you can immediately AC, hit them with the throttles, whatever they're called, stagger them again, or you could get them with the stagger with the machine gun, immediately call the assist to get the stun again, then close in, or if they're close enough, just go immediately for the attack. That's how we have to look at the machine gun. But you know, I feel like there's a lot better players that can talk about this, that main these suits than me, so I don't want to give you guys any like false information. But he's just a fun suit that I'd recommend. You know, it's a wingsuit I like, you know, it's... This guy, Tall Geese, are my favorite wingsuits. I should give the Tall Geese a try. I'm a little bummed that the Tall Geese 1 is not in the later games, but that's for a different time. But anyways, hope you guys have a good one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hope to see you guys in the next video, and like usual, bye-bye, and have a good one.